Good morning, everybody. It's a Saturday morning. There's no excuses. We're getting out of bed. We're ready for the 8 o'clock workout. And Saturdays are all about getting a good breakfast in as well. You've got a little bit more time on your hands, so you can maybe whip something up. Saturday and Sunday are my favorite days to have a good breakfast because there are no excuses. And today we are doing some protein pancakes. Recipe that you'll see in the app, you'll see in our new recipe book, Nourished. If you haven't got a copy, go and get one. They're flying off the digital shelves on pre-sale. And this is one of the recipes that you'll see in there. Some beautiful protein pancakes. Simple, quick, easy, lovely and delicious. All we need, some eggs. You can see there are 3 eggs over there. This is going to serve 2 people. 3 eggs, 2 tablespoons of protein powder. I've got a cinnamon and plant-based protein powder here. 75 grams of oats. I have a teaspoon of baking powder, some vanilla essence, milk of choice, and a banana. That all goes into a blender. You blitz it up, and then we're going to cook it. So I'm going to cook a couple. I was up a little bit earlier, ready to do them. So I've already blitzed it all. So all the ingredients are in there. Literally, you're just going to pop them all in, blend them up so it's nice and smooth. You just want to keep it going until the oats are nice and smooth. You don't want the oats too chunky in there. So I would suggest using the quick cooking oats instead of rolled oats in this recipe, just because they'll blend a little bit quicker. Right. Then we've got our cooker, a bit of spray and cook on there, and we're just going to ladle them out. So you'll see it's quite a nice, a little bit delayed on the second screen there. You can't see it. You'll see it's quite a nice solid mixture there. Okay, it's not too runny. It's going to hold together nicely once it hits the pan. Get some bubbles, flip it over, and then we're going to serve it, and you can add any topping that you like. So while that heats up, I want to say good morning to all of you beautiful people. Auntie Pat is here. Gugu, good morning. Gavin, how's it going? Natalie Peterson is here. Tracy Shepherd, good morning to you. Antoinette, how's it going? Louis, getting ready for the 8 o'clock. Guys, make sure you're joining Louis and Kate at 8 o'clock. And then once you're done, you can make some protein pancakes. Merle the Pearl, good morning. Mapule, good morning to you as well. Right, we just want this nice and hot before we get it going. Katrina, good morning to you. Right, it's April, guys. We are bending, not breaking. So we all love a little pancake in the morning. This is just a slightly better version, and the kids will eat them as well. So we're getting a little bit of protein in there, which is great for the growing bodies as well. So even though there's a bit of protein powder, sometimes we get that question, guys. It's also fine for your kids to have them. So any of the recipes that have, the balls and the bars and all those sorts of things, it's totally fine. All right. Jolene, good morning. Stefan, running off to tennis early. Beautiful, nice and active weekend. Joe Jardine, lovely stuff. Okay, so all you want is about a ladle size. Okay, we've got some spray and cook on here. And it's going to go on there. Okay, it should sizzle just a little bit. Remember, when you're cooking with protein powder, it does tend to brown a little bit quicker, right? So I'm using a plant-based protein, so you get away with that. But if you're using like a whey protein, it does just cause your product to brown. So if you're doing like our banana bread that's got some protein powder in it, sometimes using the plant-based is actually a bit better because it doesn't brown as quickly. So it can burn. You just got to be quick on it. So if you're using a whey protein, just keep an eye on it. You might need to flip it a little quicker. What is the best protein powder, Sharon? It all depends. It all depends on your taste, your tolerance, what you kind of want in it. Normally, I like an unflavored one when I'm adding it to all sorts of other things, and I'll rather get my own flavors in there. Also, I pick up an artificial sweetener taste quite quickly, so I like to get the unflavored ones. But there's so many options out there. We've got some cool things coming your guys' way in terms of recommendations for that as well. Depends whether you want to choose plant-based or dairy or egg or whatever type of option. There are different things out there, and that's why it's going to depend on what you're looking for, when you want to use it, how you want to use it, and if it's just going into a shake or if you're baking with it or whatever the case is. Nancy Close, good morning to you. Hannah Bester, how's it? All right, so we're just letting that cook away until some bubbles pop. Going to ramp it up a little bit. Pan is a little bit cold, but that's all right. And then once it's done, topping of choice. I've got some yogurt, a little bit of nut butter, and some beautiful blueberries. That's the perfect topping for me. It's smelling good already. Because there's a nice, I've used the cinnamon protein powder. If you don't, if you just use a normal one, add a bit of cinnamon in there. It's beautiful. So you'll see here, you can see the bubbles. Once they start popping, that's when you know you're kind of ready to rock and roll. Okay. And we're just going to give them a good flip. And we are golden brown, baby. Look at that. A little bit of baking powder in there means they're just going to rise up, get nice and puffy. We're going to get our plate out. I won't cook the whole batch, but you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to cook the whole batch. Harry's here waiting for some. Are you waiting for some pancakes? Of course he is. Crumpets, yeah. In South Africa, we call these crumpets. So we should have called them protein crumpets. Harry's quite right, because the pancakes for us are the flat ones, hey? And that's every morning. I mean, every weekend morning is either some pancakes or crumpets, depending what these gannets order from the kitchen. All right. That's that. Done. Done. Look at that. Beautiful. Golden brown. Let's move that out of the way and finish with our topping. There he is. Okay, we'd most probably per person get 4 of those based on how much is in there. It just depends what you sort of need. A little bit of that. A little bit of fat, some healthy fat. So we've got protein, fat, and fiber all in here. And some good nutrition from the berries too. Oh, guys, you can't go wrong. You can't go wrong with something like that. Let's give it a close up. Look at that bad boy. Those have puffed up beautifully as well. Look at that. There we are. Protein pancakes, guys. It took me all of 6 minutes to make those. Delicious, brilliant way to recover from exercise with a little bit of protein, a little bit of fuel in there from your fruit. Just means that you get it back into the muscles. It means you're going to make a better decision later in the day because you won't be hungry. You've got breakfast right. So get your 8 o'clock workout in. Have something that gets some good protein into it to help you refuel and recover so that the rest of the day is a little bit easier because you've done it right from the start. Brilliant. Easy, simple, tasty. Everything's there. It ticks all the boxes, guys. Antoinette says it looks delicious. Lauren, your mouth is drooling. So is mine, actually. And now I've got 2 children here because they can both see some crumpets waiting for them. Tracy, do you do the session or make that now? Go and earn it. Go and get your 8 o'clock in with Louis and Kate. Earn it, and you know what's on the other side. Joe, nice brekkie, done. Hannah, dit lyk heerlik. Dit proe heerlik. Antoinette, Angelique, I was thinking the same. Those aren't pancakes, they are crumpets. Quite correct. The South Africans in us will have to get it right. You call them flapjacks. Gavin says looks so good. Beautiful. Lovely, guys. Katrina, can't wait to try. Your kids also excited. I'm going to enjoy it with the family. And then we're going to have a great... Gria's ready to do at 8 o'clock. She's a little bit ahead of me. She's going to join Louis and Kate in a minute. Nancy, it brings back your childhood. This is what growing up's all about, having pancakes on the weekend with your mom and dad. And you can just make them a little bit better these days. Guys, have a fabulous weekend. Make sure you keep nice and active. Get the 8 o'clock done with us now. Keep on track over the weekend. No excuses. And we start again strong on Monday. We'll see you guys all then. Have a good one. Cheers, guys.